after a long-term injury, scoring 2 goals. Mosca having his debut for the club, and of course probably one of the highlights of the day, the debut of Max as 15, and then the impact he had on the game as well. So in general, a super positive afternoon, except of the 2 injuries that we picked with Martin and Bukayo.
Well, let's start with Gyökeres first, because you more than anyone, Alan, will know how important it is for him to open his account to get those first 2 goals. But are there also signs that this is a developing relationship?
Yeah, and understandably so. There were some good signs, but there's also that it still needs working on. And you get that because he's still getting used to his teammates. His teammates are still getting used to him. You can't not ask Bukayo Saka not to go past players because he's brilliant at it. But once you get into that position, when you've got a forward who's used to having balls into the box, sometimes the ball has to go in rather than back. But they've been playing that way for such a long time now. It is going to take time, there's no doubt. He just gets his position all wrong. He should take a touch with the left foot, and then he'll have a simple tap in. He just snatches at it for some reason. But also, again, Calafiori here, I think if he makes a run in between the 2 defenders there, and I think that's what Calafiori needs, is that option to do that. He doesn't. OK, that will come also. Then nothing comes of that situation again. And Zubimendi here, once he gets the ball back, look, he's looking for an option. I think he can ping that ball into him there, because he can pin the defender and then spin to his left-hand side and have a pop at goal. And you can see the reaction of Zubimendi, because he's putting his arms up and wanting options. This time from the left-hand side, Madueke, that ball can go in. When you've got a forward who wants balls into the box, you've sometimes got to do it. He takes a touch, another touch, and another touch, and eventually look what happens. No ball into the box. You sometimes have to do that. Centre forwards need to be fed, and he's a goal scorer. Now, 90 seconds in to the second half, I'm sure the manager said something at half-time, Arteta. First-time balls, when you've got someone who can run like he can and you play a high line, you have to play sometimes an early ball. And he's off and running, he gets his goal, all because of that first-time ball and that running behind. Great to see him step up and take the penalty with such confidence. But it is going to take time for him to understand, and for the players also he's playing with to know when and how to put the ball in for him, because they haven't always done that in recent years.
And you'd imagine that weighs quite heavily in terms of his numbers for the game, that second half performance.
I know what it's like for a centre forward. You're desperate to get off to a good start. So for him, it not quite happening for him last week, but getting actually 2 goals today, he'll sleep a lot better tonight, that's for sure.
Just a quick question. Can you try too hard at times as a forward? And then the basic things that normally come to you're trying to out.
Yeah, because you want to impress when people are talking about you. The transfer fee's huge. Everyone knows what Arsenal have needed for such a long time. There's pressure on him, so yeah, you can do that. But there's certainly signs there, but they have to get used to each other, and it might take time.
We asked Alan about the striker, so we've got to ask you about the 15-year-old who burst onto the scene.
Okay.
Micah, in Max Baumann.
15 years of age. Wow. What a Premier League debut. And not necessarily because he scored and assisted, but just how positive he was. For someone who's at 15 to be doing this sort of thing and having the confidence just to take on a really good fullback in Goodmanson, and his direction, the way he goes one way and the other at such pace. He runs faster with the ball and without the ball. Got overexcited. You see these moments there, and then he gets the penalty. But couple of stats, though, Kel. He played for Arsenal under-18s at 13. Youngest player to score in UEFA under-19s competition as well. He come through the youth at, I think he was 7 or 8 at the time. But to be doing this on the biggest stage is just incredible. And look at this. I'm just looking for my name there. I'm not
Number 20, I think you are, Micah.
I didn't make the list.
Didn't burst onto the scene quite so much, did you?
Next time.
Next time. But is there a sort of other side for Arsenal in terms of the injuries for Saka? It looks like Odegaard's a shoulder injury, which is a contact injury, but it just seems as though those hamstrings
take the gloss off a really good day for them. They were really impressive in terms of getting the goals, the confidence and the belief it will give them, but that will certainly put a damper on the day.
But at least now they've got the squad to cope with it. Previous season they haven't, but I think they have now.
Yeah, it's been a difficult time for Arsenal in terms of those injuries.